everyone, I hope you're all doing really well and welcome back to another artist vlog. This vlog is going to be really exciting because I'm part of the David Shepherd Wildlife Artist of the Year exhibition this year. 6 years in a row now I've applied, and finally this year my flamingo has been chosen and I'm a finalist for the Wildlife Artist of the Year, which I'm so excited for. So I'm dropping my work off tomorrow. I need to just add my name, the title and stuff like that on the back of it and get it packaged up. I'm actually going down on the train tomorrow to drop it off in person, make sure it gets there all right. And then the awards ceremony and like the private viewing is on Tuesday next week, and I'm literally so excited for that and to see some artists work in person that I've looked up to for years. Hopefully meet some new wildlife artists and see some familiar faces. Yeah, it should be good. Need to find an outfit though still. I don't know what I'm going to wear. I kind of want something pink that's going to match my flamingo. I keep looking up there because it's on the wall. I'm about to take it off and wrap it up in loads of bubble wrap ready for the train tomorrow morning. So this is my flamingo that's been chosen. It's called Flamboyance and I created it using pan pastels and colour pencils on watercolour paper. Time to get it all packaged up. Packaged up with about 50 layers of bubble wrap. Not that it even needs it because I'm only taking it on the train, but it's just to protect the edges and like the edge of the frame, especially because it's white. I don't want it to get damaged at all. So yeah, very well bubble wrapped, and I'll be on the train with it in the morning. Made it on the train. It was delayed, obviously. Like a tourist coming round here. Just arrived at the mall galleries. I'm going to drop my work off. Me and Conrad's first attempt ever at making a roast, and I feel like this is going quite well. Right, let's have a look.
We might steam the camera up here, but
that looks so good. I'm so impressed. I'm very proud of myself. Hopefully everything else works. Roast is in the oven. Yorkshire pudding. I've even made Yorkshire puddings and they've actually risen. Who'd have thought? Got honey glazed carrots, parsnips and cauliflower cheese. I've got everything.
got a lot.
Oh.
Time up.
Time up. That's my favourite one. Not a bad effort for a first attempt. So today of the David Shepherd Wildlife Artist of the Year competition and exhibition is the private viewing and the awards ceremony tonight from I think 6 till 8:30. I've just packed and we're about to get the train down to London. It's a good job I looked at the trains actually, because I thought the train was at 8:55 and it's actually at 9:15, so for the first time ever I'm actually quite early. But yeah, I'm super excited to see everyone's work at the exhibition tonight and hopefully see some familiar faces and meet some new wildlife artists. The work that they've put on the stories like as a snippet looks insane, and I've been looking on like the online exhibition. The standard of work is so high that I feel just really lucky that my work has actually finally got in. So yeah, I'm excited to see it tonight and I will bring you along with us.
We'll be calling at Stockport 0923, lettered A, B, C, D. Currently the shop is closed.
Just arrived at Euston. All of the tubes are on strike, which is so annoying, but I don't think it's that far from our hotel. It's like 45 minutes, which is not too bad walking. So we're about to walk there now. Come to Wagamama's and I've got a grilled chicken ramen. Just arrived at the hotel, just checked in. Just trying to find our room. Oh, flipping out. Got a whole living room going on here. I had no idea that this room was part of the booking, to be honest. Bathroom. On our way now. It's so busy, so I hope that we actually get there on time. We're saying that we should do. But yeah, because the tubes are on strike, we're slightly late.
Typical.
Got all these bikes because there's no tube. It's insane.
Art has always been our language. It's the brushstroke that bridges passion with purpose. Art doesn't just inspire, it creates empathy and passion and helps translate a vision into tangible change.
Reignited their creativity, gave them purpose, or helped them find their voice. For others, it is simply a chance to pause, reflect, and celebrate the beauty of life on Earth.
For so long we have forgotten that we are not disconnected from nature, we're actually fundamentally a part of her.
Next up, we go to wings. This category celebrates the diverse winged wildlife that soars above our heads, including birds, bats, and insects in all of their glory.
And the winner is Strike a Pose by Emma Swivel.
The winner is Beloved by Nicola
Subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's called Studio Wildlife. All I do is like colouring for a living.
So it's now the day after. I'm back from London. I've unpacked and I've just been getting on with bits in the studio, but honestly last night was so good. The exhibition and like the standard of the work, and actually seeing the work in person compared to online, some of them look so different. I can't really tell like the texture of it or the scale of it until you see it in person. It's a completely different experience. So by the time this artist vlog goes out, the exhibition is probably finished. But if you did get a chance to go down and see the exhibition, I'd love to know what you thought of it. It's honestly amazing. I did see it last year or the year before, but I feel like the pieces this year, the paintings and like some of the sculptures were so big. Like I thought my flamingo was quite big, but in comparison to them it looked tiny. I actually bought some of these cards when I was there. They had these on display and mine was the first one, so I was like, I'll buy a pack of them. But honestly there was some amazing artwork and like such a range as well. And all these cards have a different piece of artwork on them as well. These giraffes. This one was the very deserving winner of the animal behaviour category. Quite a big like oil painting of a tiger carrying a cub. I really liked that one. And I really like this one too. This also won an award. It kind of messes your eyes up a little bit when you look at it. I saw some familiar faces. I saw Danielle Verbeeten's work again and she was there at the exhibition. I saw Daniel Wilson and Amber Tildesley, who I've met previously before. Daniel had some artwork in the exhibition of some zebras, which was really good. Go and check out his YouTube channel, Studio Wildlife. He's literally massive on there. I also saw Selena Woodham. I actually took a picture of her work because it was honestly incredible. It's this bottom one of like the leopard that kind of dissolves almost into like loads of little birds. Part of the exhibition in another room was David Shepherd's work, and then in the other room there was Mandy Shepherd's work, and then on the other side of that was Sarah Lake's work, who is honestly incredible. She won last year, and she makes all of her work out of paper, so she literally like scalpel knives out all the details and like layers it up. It's literally incredible, and to see it in person you actually realise that must have taken you about 100 years to do, and she had a wall full of them, so I don't know how she's done that, but honestly so good. Go and check out her work as well. But yeah, I'm super proud and happy to be part of that exhibition, and even happier that it's sold, and I know that it's going to a really good home. So yeah, I'm actually in the process of making some prints of my flamingo. So a while ago I did all my colour matching, and I printed out like the small version, so I'm just about to print out the big version, and then I'm going to photograph them and put them on my website so people can buy the flamingo prints, because a lot of people were asking if I did prints of them, and I think because it's such vibrant colours, you know, they'd be really nice to do as a print. I have been meaning to do it for ages, so the time has finally come. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a bit of a debrief on the exhibition, seeing as I've never been before. It was really busy, like the room was full, but you could still make your way around and like chat to different people. And actually one of my patrons actually came up to me saying that her work was part of the exhibition. She did like 3 little penguins, which I saw online, and at the time I was like, I really like that, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I didn't realise that she was part of my Patreon. But it's really nice going to these things and like people saying, oh, I've watched like your YouTube vlogs, or I've been following you on Instagram for ages. Like, it's just really nice to kind of connect with people in person who you wouldn't even know otherwise. But yeah, it was so good, and I'm just proud of myself for getting in, to be honest. So yeah, that is the debrief. As always, I'm so happy with the quality of these prints. Like, it literally looks exactly like the original in terms of the colour, the details. It picks up literally every single pencil stroke. So I'm going to photograph these and put them on my website shop, and hopefully when this artist vlog goes out they'll be available to purchase on there. So I've had a few print orders this morning. This one of an A4 tiger and this one of a 6x8 inch robin. How cute is this mug? I literally got this from Tesco the other day, and I mean, I just had to get it because it looks exactly like Bella. I'm just currently cutting loads of paper down to size for like the next 2 months worth of drawings and tutorials. I like to spend like an hour or so prepping all the paper because I think it just saves me time in the long run. So this is all my paper that I need cut down to size for the next month or so. Literally from my biggest commission, which is 16 by 20 inches, to tiny little studies that I'm going to be doing for Patreon as a tutorial. I've actually printed quite a few of the images out, so I'll show you my next few commissions, what we're working on this month for my next tutorial on Patreon, which I'm so excited for. I've got a big list of tutorials that I'm kind of working my way through slowly, from requests or suggestions that people have given me over the years, and this has been on the list for probably the longest time, and it's probably my most requested tutorial, and I've just kept kind of putting it off because of all the colours involved. But to be honest, the octopus and the sea lion that I've recently done in the past few months, they've also been quite colourful. So there was quite a lot of colours involved with both of those tutorials, especially the octopus. But this month we're going to be drawing a blue and yellow macaw parrot. Obviously it's black and white on here. So this is the actual reference photo we'll be working from. As you can see, it's super colourful. There's loads of details in there with the feathers. There is another parrot in the background that's quite blurry that I'm not going to draw for this tutorial, but I might add it in later on, we'll see how I feel. I'm also going to be drawing these parrot feathers as a focus tutorial to practice the colours and the techniques. I'm going to be drawing it this big, so quite small, just a little study. I've also printed out this barn owl reference photo that I want to draw for my next live online workshop. I always like to draw the subject first whenever I'm doing like a live online workshop, just so I'm not figuring out which colours to use kind of on the spot and kind of wasting time. I like to have my colours laid out ready so I can just go from one to the next. And it's a bit more straightforward, a bit more step by step, and I can provide everyone with the colours that they'll need beforehand. I've also got these two A4 Labrador portraits to do this month. Kind of going into next month as well, but these are both the same person. Another A4 portrait. There's a lot of A4 portraits going on recently. And then for the big portrait, which is 16 by 20 inch, I'm going to be drawing this one without the harness. I actually quite like drawing really big, like large scale portraits. I feel like you can get so much detail in there, and it's not every month that I do one that big. So doing them occasionally I quite enjoy, and I like having a mixture of different size portraits to draw. And literally the polar opposite of that is this tiny little tutorial, which is my last one to show you. Another 3 by 3 inch mini portrait that I'm going to be adding to the collection of tutorials that we've got already on Patreon. This is going to be, I think, my 5th one. We've drawn a sausage dog, a corgi, a whippet, a cavapoo, and the next one's going to be a little Yorkshire Terrier. In other news, I've just found out that my giraffe has been selected in the top 100 for the Explorers Against Extinction Sketch for Survival exhibition this year, which is incredible. I don't know how many entries they had this year, but they always have quite a lot every single year. So the fact that I've made the top 100 and my work is in the exhibition, I'm really, really excited for. So the exhibition for that I think is in November, sort of mid-November, and that'll be at the Oxo Tower down in London. So I need to draw all the outlines for these, which is probably going to take me a good few hours, I think. Got quite a lot to get through there, and a lot of them are quite big. But I thought I'd just show you this commission that I actually finished yesterday. This is 8 by 10 inches, which I think is a really nice size, just slightly smaller than A4. I need to photograph this one and send it to the client whilst it's still light. It's going so dark early now. I feel like as soon as we hit September, it went from heat waves to full-on autumn cold weather, which I don't mind. I feel like it's quite cosy to work when it's like that, like lashing it down outside. But I do prefer the warm weather, I think. I'm just about to film this little 3 by 3 inch mini portrait of a Yorkshire Terrier. I've been doing quite a few of these little mini portraits. They take me about an hour. And yeah, we've got about 5 of them now on Patreon as like 1 hour tutorials that are super mini, like simplified drawings. They're really good practice for simplifying detail but keeping everything realistic. So I've got quite a lot to update you on in terms of work, what I've been up to, some deliveries that have arrived, prints, just a lot. So I've made a little list here so I don't forget anything to show you. So the first thing is this delivery, which I'm pretty sure is my printer paper. I've actually not ordered any new printer paper, like especially this A3 plus size, since getting my printer, so it's lasted me for quite a while. I know that I probably should push my prints a little bit more, but they have still done alright over the past year. I've used my printer a lot. This is definitely my favourite printer paper. I tried a few when I first got the printer, but this is just, in my opinion, like leagues above anything else. And it's very similar to the actual paper that I work on for my original drawings. It's come very well packaged. So new printer paper ready and in stock. And on the topic of prints, I've actually recently added my flamingo in 2 different sizes to my website. So this is the small size that's around about A4, and I've also got the larger size, which is around about A3. I've got the exact measurements on my website, but these are the 2 prints. People have been asking me for a while for these flamingo prints because I think they're so sort of vibrant and colourful. They work really well as a print. So finally, after about a year, I've got them on my website. So if you would like to buy a flamingo print, then I will leave the link in the description below. The original has sold, but I'm actually in the process of doing something similar for Patreon as my next tutorial, start to finish in-depth tutorial, which I am absolutely loving so far. So I filmed a mini focus tutorial. This is actually on drafting film. Felt like we'd not worked on drafting film for quite a while. It's a very different surface to get used to. It's kind of got no tooth at all, it's completely smooth, but the detail that you can create on this is just next level. We've got loads and loads of detail in there. And then we've also been working on this full portrait of a macaw. Now it kind of looks at a weird angle currently, you'd think it's that way, but it is this way. It's kind of just bending its head over and like nibbling at its feathers on the chest. But this is a yellow and blue macaw. They come in all different colours, but I've drawn the green part of the head, the rest is yellow and blue, I can confirm. So I thought this would be really good practice for the blue feathers that are going to be on the wing. This is 16 by 16 inches. I wanted to draw something a little bit bigger as well because we've not drawn anything large scale in quite a while. So this is actually being spread over September and October as the in-depth tutorial, just so we've got enough time to finish it off and perfect all those details. So again, I'll leave the link to my Patreon, which has both the macaw tutorial and the macaw feathers focus tutorial. So if you want to have a go at either of them, then you can do. I also have 3 commissions that I've already completed that I need to package up. I thought I'd show you these now before I actually package them up because I always forget on my vlog. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got 3 commissions going off here, and then I've actually not even shown you. So I thought I'll show you at this stage before I actually package them up. So we've got this 10 by 10 inch portrait of Moose, which is a black spaniel. The quality of the reference photo wasn't the best, so I tried to pull out as much detail as I could, but yeah, pretty happy with how it turned out. I've also drawn this little 8 by 10 inch portrait of Kyrie? Not sure how you say the name. I feel like I got quite a lot of detail in this one. And this last one of Poppy, which is 12 by 12 inches. I was going to draw the full background, but I thought I'd send the client a picture of like where it was at in terms of the grass, just drawing it kind of directly underneath the body. And she absolutely loved it as it was. And I feel like it keeps the attention on Poppy then, still keeping this white background. So yeah, those are my 3 commissions to send off. I feel like I've been talking for ages there, but that is the update. So I'm going to work a little bit more on this and get those 3 commissions packaged up. I want to get the next part of the macaw filmed. I've got this focus tutorial to edit, and ideally I also want to get this little one filmed, which is a French bulldog. Just to add to the collection of the mini portraits on Patreon. These tutorials only take me about an hour as well, so I can definitely get that done today. And probably not going to get this done today as well. But I've drawn out the line drawing of the barn owl, which is going to be my next live online workshop. This is the image that people voted for that they wanted to draw from. And because it's all quite pale colours, I feel like hopefully the materials list and the colours that we use are going to be quite simple, so more people can join the workshop without having to buy loads and loads of new colours. And I always like to draw it first and then make a list of the colours that I've used in what order, kind of make a note of some of the techniques and points to cover, and then I can use that as content for socials, make it into a reel, and use it for marketing. And then I've got all the colours and the image of the finished drawing that I can put into an ebook for people to kind of refer to throughout the workshop. So yeah, this also has been on my list to do for about a month and a half, but this is definitely getting done this week. But mainly that muzzle area, so like the nose and the sort of squashed part of the face around the mouth. So I think I might start there actually. It keeps the colour that you add on top slightly tinted. So I want to go over some of these creases and wrinkles just to make them look a little bit deeper within the skin. Mini portrait of the French Bulldog is complete. It was a lot more challenging than I thought. I think because the fur is so short, I felt like I was constantly tweaking little bits at the end. But yeah, pretty happy with how that's turned out. So that's another one to add to the mini portrait collection on my Patreon. Literally so tiny. That took me just over an hour, so a little bit longer than usual. So I'm going back home today to see Bella, and I'm going to my friend Emma's house for tea. Just scheduled my next live Q&A for Patreon as well, which is going to be next Thursday. I'm so excited to see Bella. I feel like it's been about 3 weeks since I last saw Bella, so no doubt she'll literally be going nuts when I walk through the door. She is. That looks... So I've just had a big delivery from the Tiny Box company. I've just kind of restocked some of my boxes that I send my commissions and my prints in. So I've got a few more A3 boxes, some square ones and some A4 size boxes as well. And they're actually so sturdy because they have a lid on top, so it's that extra bit of protection sort of going all the way around. So yeah, perfect for sending commissions and prints and keeping them protected in the post. Very organised now in the corner of the room. I literally love stocking up on materials like this because then I'm sorted then for like the next few months, especially towards Christmas. So whilst I was at home this weekend, I actually collected some artwork that's just been kind of in my studio for at least a year. This is one that I did in graphite as a tutorial for Patreon, which seems like ages ago now, but I received an exciting email the other week about the wildlife ball for the David Shepherd Wildlife Artist of the Year. Every year they put on a wildlife ball at the Dorchester in London. It looks like a very fancy black tie event, and I've never been to it before because obviously I'd never got into the exhibition before. But this year I was actually invited to donate a piece of artwork and have my work as part of a small exhibition on the evening that's going to be like part of a silent auction. So this is the artwork that I'm going to send off to the David Shepherd office in preparation for that. Like I said, it is in graphite, and I'm actually going to have to take it out of the frame because they're going to frame them themselves, just so all the artwork that's sent kind of matches with all the same frames. Like, this has been wrapped up in bubble wrap and just on the side of my studio for ages, so this is the first time I've actually looked at it in person for at least like a year. I feel like it looks really good in this frame as well, so I'm quite sad to take it out of the frame. But at least I'll have this frame that I can use then for other original work. The actual piece is A4 size, and I'm going to get it packaged up so I can send off this along with the other commissions that I packaged up the other day. You can see the details now without the glass reflecting. But yeah, this was all done in graphite. I think I also used a little bit of like black coloured pencil, maybe the ivory black Derwent drawing pencil for those really dark areas. But yeah, the majority I used the Faber-Castell Pitt graphite matte pencils. I've literally just filmed my next podcast episode that's going to go out Wednesday. Today is Monday. I've got Emma coming round tonight because we're off to London tomorrow to a concert. So yeah, it's going to be nice to have a bit of a break for a day and a half. So I think I'm just going to work on a commission until she gets here. She should be here in like an hour or two. So yeah, that gives me a bit of time to make some progress on a commission. I thought I would also just show you where I'm up to with the macaw tutorial for Patreon, because it's really coming together now that I've drawn the full head. Because I think the last time I showed you like this, it was just green feathers. So now we've got all three colours going on. I feel like when it's done with all these blue feathers on the wing, it's going to look really like vibrant against the white background. So I'm back from London now. Today's the day after. It was honestly so good last night. I went to see Flo Rida, who we absolutely loved like when we were in school, so we fully like relived our youth last night. It was good. So I'm just going to get set up because I've got another live Q&A for my professional tier on Patreon at 10, and it's currently 9:45, so I've just got 15 minutes to set everything up. It actually takes me quite a while. Just make sure the lighting's good, camera angles. So I've got one camera that points on me so people can see me answering the questions, and then I've got one camera that's like on my drawing close up so everyone can see what I'm working on. I'm just going to work on a commission, I think, and just answer people's questions for the next half an hour to 45 minutes and just do a bit of a live Q&A. I've actually just finished editing my podcast episode, which should have gone up yesterday, but because I was travelling, I was kind of stuck for time and I didn't want to rush it. About to get the train to go to Darwin, and then I think Shannon's driving us to Haworth to do the pottery painting.
So the honey drink.
Rather than, I know you can't do all the like 20%.
Oh, thank you. You get one of you. You're on there. I'll look at yours.
So I've just finished drawing the 6x6 barn owl, which is going to be the subject for my next live online workshop. And I'm going to leave a link to the tickets where you can join the workshop, along with all the details and the date and everything like that in the video description below. So if you want to have a go at drawing this barn owl for yourself, making it look super realistic, then all the information is below. I'm going to literally be talking you through everything from start to finish, every layer, every colour and every technique. It's going to be super beginner friendly. I'm going to explain everything in a really simplified way and demonstrate every single step. So yeah, I will leave the link to tickets in the video description below. So if you want to join us on the live online workshop, then you can do. Oh yeah. Crack open this. Do you want to go for a walk? Come on then. Come on. Oh, yeah. Ooh. So I painted Bella on this pumpkin after we'd been pumpkin picking. I've just been trying to get a picture of her stood next to it, but she keeps backing away from it. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's actually quite nice to paint on a pumpkin for a change. Do you like it or not, your portrait? Yeah? Yeah. Go sit next to it. Come on. Sit. She loves the natural yoghurt part. And then it gets all over her chops. Look at your face. Whenever I make eggs in the morning, Bella obviously always gets one, don't you? So I've been back home now for the past few days. I'm actually going back to Manchester tonight, I think. I've just finished filming my next podcast episode. I'm about to film another video for something else. And it's actually quite hard in here because I've not brought my tripods. So you're literally propped up in the weirdest angle ever. I've not got any of my big lights. So I'm literally using the mirror that I have in my bedroom. Literally using this mirror for light. So me and my friends went pumpkin picking yesterday, and we actually walked to the place because it wasn't far from my friend's house, and then walked back. But carrying the pumpkins, they're so heavy. Our arms today are literally aching so much. I feel like I've done a workout. But yeah, I painted Bella and I painted Seagull the cat. I didn't know what to paint, so I thought I'd stick to what I know. You need a haircut. Look at you. Look scruffy. Oh. I also can't remember if I've mentioned that I went to Haworth the other day as well on Friday with Shannon Mullen, Jenna Oldale and Amy McKim. So Amy lives in Haworth and she does her regular workshops there. So she showed us around where she actually teaches her workshop. She showed us around Haworth a little bit. We went for lunch and we all did some pottery painting. So I feel like I've had a very creative weekend, to be honest. I did pottery painting on Friday, pumpkin picking on Saturday. My parents have been away for a few days, that's why I've been looking after Bella. They're coming back today, but on the way back they said that they were going to pop in at the Nature in Art exhibition in Gloucester, which is the first location for this year's Sketch for Survival exhibition. And I've got my giraffe in the exhibition this year. So all the artwork is part of an online auction to raise money for conservation, and yeah, it's always a really nice exhibition to be part of, full of wildlife artists. This is the 3rd year I'm part of it, which is really exciting. If anyone remembers her being ridiculously stubborn, she's still exactly the same. Are you coming for a walk or not? Are you coming? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Got all the autumnal artwork out. I've actually taken a picture of some of these because I thought I've not really like posted any of these anywhere for so long, and they're quite, you know, on brand with it being October, being autumn. So yeah, I'm going to share these on my story, I think. I've still got this huge stag on my wall, but I'd be very sad to let this go actually, because I feel like it just fills this space really nicely. Want a treat? Find that discipline and a commission that's not really in somewhere within you to actually, like, commission deadlines and everything else that goes with that. But I guess when you have sort of a structured business with all these moving elements, like, that is what it's like. And I think it's probably normal at some point to become a little bit burnt out. Are you ready? I got the People's Choice Award. I came 4th in the People's Choice Award. I can't believe it because I've never even been in the exhibition before. So the fact that I've got in this year and came 4th in the People's Choice Award is crazy. So honestly, I'm so thrilled. Thank you so much to anyone who voted. It really means a lot, and I'm thrilled really. I thought I'd end this vlog on that positive note, so thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to the end of this video, I thought I'd just quickly mention again my upcoming live online workshop where we're going to be drawing a barn owl. All details, including the date, the time, and where you can buy a ticket, is all below, so check that out if you want to join the live workshop. Please subscribe to my channel to see more artist vlogs, future podcast episodes, and more artist content. Have a lovely rest of your week, enjoy Halloween, and I'll be back very soon.